Hello, welcome to my Aice critical reflection about my film Where's Ava? My canon number is 660 and it's by G.O. Content slide. Question 1 will be shown through slides 3 through 6. Question 2 will be shown slides 7 through 11. Question 3 will be shown in slides 12 through 16, and question 4 will be shown slides 17 through 20. Question 1, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? My film shows titles and credits to actors, sounds, and my production company. My title is Where's Ava, which appears after Floyd snatches Ava. My production company is called Stonewall Media Production, which is shown in the first scene that's shown through my film. G.O. is acting as Ava and FB is acting as Floyd, which is an example right on the right, the up top right, where it says FB is casting as Floyd. My genre of my film is thriller, and the genre connotations that I use are the background sounds, actions, and dialogues of Floyd that he shows throughout the film. I established my exposition of my film by showing Floyd flustering up in his bathroom, then walking up to Ava to school, which you can see in the background. I used a two-person shot and an establishing shot to show the general area of where my film will take place. My technical codes I used were sound effects, suspense, or tense music to build tension and suspense to the audience, to dramatize and emphasize important actions or things that happens throughout the film. For example, I use a sound effect when Floyd grabs Ava, which is an important part of the film that the audience should remember. I use close-up shots also to show what is important to remember in the film, such as on the left, you can see the pictures of Ava on Floyd's wall, like a mural, and Floyd's texting, "Hey, you're pretty," so the audience will remember that. I have two themes of my film. How people can't take rejection and move on. That theme is shown how when Floyd gets rejected by Ava and Ava cuts him off completely, and he goes into obsessive rage and shows it throughout the whole end of the film. And how people present themselves is not who they really are on the inside, both on social media and in person, which you can see how Floyd came up to Ava nice and shy to see if he get a chance with Ava, and when Ava rejects him, that's his real size comes out and show. And on social media, he texts Ava, "Hey, you're pretty," to make it seem like he's trying to have good intentions with her, but really he has bad intentions, you can see. And there's a picture that kind of represents what's happening in my film, how he's representing himself as a female, but he's really something else. Question 2, how does your product engage with audience, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My film engages with audience with a specific age group, such as teens and young adults, because we mostly use social media and understand what Floyd's trying to do, which, as an example, he is trying to catfish Ava into thinking that he's someone else when he's really the person that she rejected. The physical graphic I used shown throughout my film was Ava having a direct demeanor and sharp attitude towards Floyd, and while Floyd has an obsessive rage demeanor, which he shows after he gets rejected from her at his house, in his room. And themes that evokes interest in my audience is how a person's revenge plan takes a turn for the worse, which you see a little clip of it in the beginning of my film. I use well-known apps into my video, which is Instagram. This is how it connects with my audience, because Instagram is a very popular app that we all use to this day. And I also the style choice I use for my character costume to show how modern it is to the audience itself, because you can see what Ava's wearing. She's wearing dunks, jeans, and a crop top, and Floyd's wearing jeans, a hoodie, to show that it's taking place this year. It's the 21st century, and is not old, so the audience can connect to it, understand like this is high school, like this is what high schoolers would wear and teenagers would wear. I also use the background of the school, which connects to the audience that these are students that go to this school. In the background of Ava and Floyd, you see it's a school behind them, and they understand that this is high school. High school is what takes place where you can find love, find heartbreak, and basically find yourself, really. And I use a colorway where you can see color theory, which you can see Ava's wearing white and Floyd's wearing black, to show that Ava is really innocent throughout this whole film, and Floyd is really the antagonist in this film. My film can be distributed as a real text media because you can access it easily through my blog website and be able to share or leave a comment. My audience can engage with my film because one of my technical aspects is using a well-known media product, which is Instagram. My audience can access my video through their phone, laptop, and tablets. Media platforms such as BT, Netflix, and Hulu or TLC can distribute my film because it matches the genre areas that they do produce, such as Hulu that produces a lot of thriller films, and also Netflix, which you can see their logos on the left. And plus, when accessing my film, you can go on Chrome, Safari, any browser website, really. The use of stereotype I use in my film is everything you see on social media is not always true, and people can be deceived by their fake intentions, such as the picture that's being shown on the right. He's giving her a flower to make it seem like it's all nice, like he has great intentions with her, but really he has bad intentions, and she doesn't know it, because whatever that's being perceived, she's getting deceived by it. I set a tense tone in my film by the time frames of each film, and mostly everything is at night to show how dark the situation is and what everything at night takes place. Question 3: How did your production skills develop throughout this film? My research skills developed well. I compared different aspects of thriller films to get inspiration on what I wanted to do for my film. I also researched on different sounds and shots that will connotate that my film is a thriller, and I went on to this website named Pixabay, where you can get free copyright music, and they have this choice in this filter option where you could put suspense, running, anything that's going on in your film, and they have a wide range of options you could choose from, so that really helped me out. Vlogging has been a journey, really. Learning how to be consistent with my film updates was really hard, but I managed to keep so. Any changes I did or update on my film, I did blog it, so I did blog it to update my audience. My blogs weren't the best I wish it was. If I had the chance to go back from the start, I would write more in depth on my updates and write things that might be coming up. camera work was hard because I had my trials and errors, so I had to keep redoing scenes repeatedly because sometimes my actors and me would mess up on script, so we had to restart and we had to give off the mood and tone we're trying to set in the scene. Plus, I did use different camera angles and shots in between different scenes in my film, which made it smoother and cleaner. Movement was easy. I had everything in mind how I wanted it to be, but the only thing I had issue with was the Ava running scene, because when you're running, you could hear the person's steps in the background, or their breathing was really hard because how tired they were, so we had to keep on redoing it. But in all, it came out well. I worked alone throughout this whole media production. The only time I collaborated is when I needed a male actor, so I asked my friend to act as Floyd. Plus, during filming, my friend cousin aided me when me and my friend both had to be in the scene where Ava rejects Floyd. Building my story about my film took some time because I had a lot of ideas and it was confused, so the story plot was really a lot until I shortened it up, limited my ideas to my final product. My final product turned out well in how I envisioned it. There are some scenes I had to cut out because of time. I did leave important parts of my scenes out, and I did keep in the parts that were needed. Editing was super easy. It took me about 30 minutes to edit my film. I used iMovie for editing and Pixabay for sounds, and iMovie had background options and credits options, so in my film you can see credits fading in and out, which iMovie had an option for, which really helped with that. Question 4, how did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? I used different technology products, my laptop and school PC to blog. My laptop and my phones was also used as a prop in my film. My phone was used to record my film, and I used a Walgreens printer to print my pictures out, for which you can see in the film where I show Ava pictures all over Floyd wall. And these are the pictures of the websites I used. In the film, I used Chrome, so my character Floyd can search up Instagram and type on it on my laptop. I also use YouTube to upload my film and post the link into my Blogger server. I use PowerPoint to do my critical reflection and Canvas Studios to do my voiceover. iMovie to edit my film, Pixabay to get my sounds for my film, and Word for my preliminary exercises, and Blogger to blog my cinematography journey. Thank you for listening.